Hello there everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to talk about Skylanders, U2s, and let's get into the video. So, Portal Masters, grab your Skylanders because we're going on an adventure today. Hello there everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I am going to talk about, like I already told you, Skylanders and U2s. So earlier U2s was on Reddit. They had this U2s October AMA, so I suppose they answered questions right on Reddit, which is very interesting. So happy spooky season friends, shoot us our questions, we're here for the next hour. Remember, max limit of 5 questions per person so we can answer as many people as possible. This must be around like Halloween time or something like that. But anyway, there was this person called Monet for Nakama. Hopefully I pronounced that right. He said in his third question, Skylanders please, I love a roller brawl and max figure, which is obviously very interesting. U2's replied with hi, happy Friday Junior, XD anyway. So obviously the reply on the third question was Skylanders will come out earlier next year, which is really nice. Obviously, if you don't know what U2's is a Canadian company that manufactures licensed collectible characteral figurines made from vinyl. The company primarily partners with internet personalities or public figures and memes as a way to create an additional revenue for the partners while also making merchandise available for fans and the public. The company also produces figurines based on video games and established media franchises and has collaborated with Disney, Paramount Global, NBC Universal, HBO, Crunchyroll, and Sony Pictures. The company has collaborated with notable internet personalities or public figures including Mr. Beast, Angry Video Game Nerd, Markiplier, KSI, Pokimane, Ninja. Obviously, we have many other ones like Dream Tool and also Technoblade. They also made a Technoblade figure. Video game collaborations include Minecraft, Fallout, Doom, Elden Ring, Banjo Kazooie, I believe. Hopefully, that's the right way to pronounce that. Cuphead, Halo, Call of Duty, and The Witcher. U2's is like one of those companies that create collectible minifigures, kind of like Funko Pops, I suppose, but U2's is more leaning into that memes and like internet phenomena, right? So that's very interesting. U2's, I know the U2's, I don't really have one, but you know, I've known the company for a while now to know what they actually do for, their products, which is really nice. I mean, U2's is like essentially like the meme version of Funko Pops. Like Funko Pops have different characters. U2's also has different characters, but they're leaning more into like the entertaining side of it. Like, they have memes of SpongeBob, they have memes of like many other things, which is quite cool. And sometimes those memes are like very funny IPs too. So there we go. That's really nice. U2's has actually teased us sometimes with these Skylanders, I guess, Easter eggs. Was going to post about Skylanders today, but the internet is down. So they know that the fans want Skylanders, and obviously, as a big Skylander fan myself, I just love when companies kind of tease us, they kind of hint to us that they're actually making them, which is really nice. And obviously, a few days ago, by the time you're watching this might have already been, established and released. But we have brand new news about the Skylanders figurines, or I suppose the Skylanders plushies. Yes, U2's is going to make Skylanders plushies, which is really interesting. So figures will also be coming later this year. Preview the collection before it drops Tuesday. So we have 3 Skylanders plushies, which is really nice. I love that because Skylanders is this IP, this theme, this video game that everyone loves. I mean, growing up, I just love Skylanders and still do in a way, but it's such a shame that Skylanders hasn't been really in the spotlight for many years now, and it's great to see it actually return because we have 3 new characters, and let's talk about these characters. Alright, the first one is going to be Gil Grunt. So it's time to become a Portal Master again. Except this time you're summoning Gil Grunt to the real world. Seated at 9 inches tall, this Gil Grunt is ready to battle, wearing his dark teal body armor, complete with a water jet pack on his back. Huge round yellow eyes sit above a slight grin, and between his finned ears that just out from the side of his light teal skin. This plush is packed to the seams with 100% PP cotton and is made of the softest minky material with accents made of felt, perfect for cuddling as you save the Skylands. Anyway, Skylanders is a video game series published by Activision, set in the Skylanders
Skylands, a realm of floating islands at the center of the universe that's under the constant threat from evil forces who are looking to control its power. The game lets players take control of a large number of Skylanders to vanquish the threat. So Gil Grunt is one of those first wave characters. He's a water Skylander with like, mostly he has like this gun, this water jetpack, which is really nice. So obviously pre-order item estimated for departure on the 1st of November or the 30th of November, and you actually can, I guess, buy it on the 17th of June. So by the time you're watching this, it has already been obviously released, which is really nice. Gil Grunt is not one of my favorite Skylanders, but obviously we have two other characters in this wave. We still have Stealth Elf, also 9 inches. She is a natural Skylander. She is obviously one of those main characters that appears like, I think every time a new game comes out, or every time a new game came out, I suppose. I think her last appearance was in the Skylanders Academy TV show for Netflix. And to be honest, like, Stealth Elf is like this very recognizable character, and she has like many variations through the years, which is really nice. She always has this blue hair and this mask. She kind of looks like a ninja. Obviously, she's Stealth Elf, man. She's just awesome. But we also have a third character, which is obviously Skylanders Spyro. Spyro is obviously, I suppose, the main character of the first game, and Spyro is this magic purple dragon with orange horns. And he's most notably known for his role in his own video game series, obviously the Spyro's Adventures, which is really nice. And it's really great to see these Skylanders actually, come to this plushy form. And I suppose U2's is a really interesting company now, because I suppose they have already worked on Spyro figurines and also on Crash Bandicoot figurines. So making Skylanders return is like a great opportunity for them, especially for the fans, because the fans want more content, obviously, for their favorite game probably. And Skylanders is back, baby. It's so great to see actually more people put more effort into Skylanders, because I think it's been 8 years or 7 years since the last thing about Skylanders came out, like the final game, Skylanders Imaginators, came out 8 years ago, which is insane to say, but it's something to look back at with a lot of fondness, and it's really great that Skylanders is somehow back. So Toys for Bob also says this: we're excited to announce that we'll be partnering with Xbox to publish our next new game. We're still very early in development, so you might not hear from us for a bit, but know that we're working hard on an experience we're so inspired about. Can't wait to share more. Obviously they're partnering up Toys for Bob and Xbox together, which is really nice, because Toys for Bob is obviously the makers of Skylanders. So that's really nice, and Xbox obviously is a game company. They make consoles and games. I think the future is somewhat looking hopeful for our Skylander fans here, because I think even if we don't have another game, and I don't think we'll get another game, we still have these other, valuable items to collect. And we still obviously can explore and enjoy the games that we already have. But, seeing these plushies, seeing these figurines actually probably coming out very soonly, I think we're in for one hell of a, treat, because Skylanders is not just a game. It's just that pure nostalgia, man. It's awesome to see Skylanders return. So, right, let's just pause the video here for me to ask the question: what did you do today? Did you do something, good? Did you do something bad? Did you do something very nice? What are you going on a date? Just let me know down in the comment section below. And I suppose maybe I had a good day as well. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's just continue the video. But don't forget to like and subscribe first. Alright, let's go. You know what, speaking of Skylanders, I'm going to show off my small Skylander collection here, because why the hell not, right? I talk about Skylanders in this video, and I would love to share my, my own little collection. It's not a lot, but still, it's, I think, great to see the fans of Skylanders back again. And, Skylanders is always a thing that I just love to talk about because it's part of my childhood. And just let's get into my little collection. All right, let's go.
So I'm here in my Lego room. Obviously this is a Skylanders related video and I wanted to show off my small but very cool Skylanders collection. Obviously guys, I need to talk about my Skylanders because if I have the opportunity to talk about them, I just do, because why the hell not? I'm going to show you these bad boys off really quickly. Right, the first two actually came in the Skylanders Imaginators starter pack. We have the Golden Queen obviously, and we have Sensei Kingpin. Very nice, very cool characters. So let's talk about the next one. Next one is actually next two, because the next two are actually the ones from Crash Bandicoot. We have Neo Cortex and obviously Crash Bandicoot himself. Also very dope characters, especially Crash Bandicoot. I really love this character. So right, let's talk about the next one, which is Master Ambush. Probably my favorite Skylander, obviously. He's a very dope character and he has this very cool stance, I suppose, with his sword. So alright, let's talk about the next one. Alright, the next one is this Magic Skylander. This is Master or Sensei Buckshot, which is a very dope character. Right, up next we have the man, the myth, the legend himself, Chaos! Yes, the main villain of Skylanders, which I'm really glad that I actually have this Skylander. It's one of the most, I guess, rarest Skylanders because he is the main villain of the entire franchise. Next ones are actually smaller ones. These ones I actually bought on second-hand stores or even, yard sales, which is very interesting. The next one is Slam Bam. This is a very cool character. I'm really glad that I bought this one because, he's one of those, I guess, earlier Skylanders, but he's still very iconic and very recognizable. Let's rapidly do three after one another, alright? We have Food Fight, Dark Food Fight, which is really nice. We also have Dark Spyro, which is also very cool. I'm really glad that I also have Spyro in my collection. We have Stealth Elf, which is very cool. This is another variant of her. This is not her original look, but it's like also Stealth Elf in her ninja suit, I suppose. We have Trigger Happy on his gigantic bomb, it looks like, which, the guy he's always happy and I'm always, glad to see him happy. Suppose we also have this creation crystal, this fire creation crystal. We also have Swashbuckler, yes, from Skylanders Swap Force. We also have this character, I forgot his name, but it must be something with like a bomb. He's holding two bombs, so I suppose I forgot his name. I should Google that again sometime soon. We also have this character, and I also forgot his name, but obviously he looks like a great character, like obviously with the tiki mask. Very nice. Alright, let's go back to the video.
So alright, thank you, me from, I suppose, the future for my Skylanders collection, obviously showing it off. It was great to actually have these characters once again in my hands, and let's just talk about the possibilities that we could have another plushie in the future. So obviously we have these three main characters, Stealth Elf, Spyro, and also Gilgrant. But let's talk about other characters that I really want to see. Obviously, let's talk about, I suppose, a Raptor. A Raptor is this character that's also one of the most, I suppose, recognizable Skylanders. He's always one of the main characters. And if we have like Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, he's literally there on the box art or the I guess the DVD art for the game, which is really nice. Obviously, we have all the other Skylanders there too. Stealth Elf obviously being there. Right in the front, obviously Spyro and Gilgrant, a Raptor next to Gilgrant. There we go. We also have Trigger Happy. I really want to see Trigger Happy, especially with his two guns. But, I think if you were to put him in like a plushie form, it would still work without the guns because he's still so cute. He's so small and I guess not really chubby, but he looks like a perfect character to make into a plushie, right? So there we go. I would also love to see Slam Bam maybe with 4 arms. That could also be very cool. And I think that's possibly it. I mean, all the other characters are very cool, but I suppose those 3 that I just talked about, a Raptor, Trigger Happy, and Slam Bam, could be very interesting. Obviously, they could make plushies from the Senseis too, obviously seen in Skylanders Imaginators, or like Swap Force, or like Trap Team. That's all a possibility, right? But we'll just need to wait and see for any news, I suppose, from obviously YouTubes and obviously the creators of Skylanders for more content. But alright, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will check you later. Goodbye, everyone.